Suicide. That's interesting. This must be one of those, like...
Oh, right from the start. Yeah, it's getting kind of edgy on you.
Well, like, I'm thinking, like, if my thought seeing that is that it's a Lolo type game, perhaps?
Not at all.
Okay.
Couldn't be further from that.
Like, you could get... Okay. Take risks. So you set it first, and then you would do the suicide thing later.
Well, yeah, if you need to, if you get
and
yourself
it
in
would
a
bring
position.
you there. Kind of
I really didn't find any point in this game where there was a necessity for suicide.
Okay. Right.
There were plenty of options to get dead naturally.
I guess it should be obvious to anyone listening. I have no idea what this game is.
Yes, as usual, just like Pony Island, this is her first time being exposed to it. So this is the difficulty settings that they have.
Oh, it's difficulty.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going with unlimited lives, but your score sucks, but it's not the 80s, so I don't care about score too much.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so it's a platformer, as of right now. Anyway. So those kind of bounce you, make you jump a little higher?
Yes, those are trampolines.
Okay. Oh, those the ones with the white...
And you never see that again.
on.
You never see that particular obstacle ever again. Which is funny, yeah.
That's odd, yeah. Interesting little background here.
Yeah, this game's full of things like this. Just neat little graphical. He did a lot. He obviously knows his way around giant pixel art.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's, I guess, what you would call monochrome, or nearly. But it's, I don't know, like, just the aesthetics of it. I'm digging it so far.
It's very reminiscent of those early 80s games. You'd see on like an Apple II or an Atari 8-bit. This reminds me a lot of Jumpman.
Oh, that's not good.
So yeah, I suicided there so that I could respawn at the point I
So
saw.
you had thought, okay, so you had enough forethought to do the respawn point there. If you hadn't, you would have been screwed.
Right.
Okay.
And
so you kind of do have to have a little bit of forethought, it seems like.
Correct.
Like if something looks risky.
There's a couple of places too where you can screw yourself on putting a respawn in a spot where you will always get dead.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see how that would be. Looks pretty frustrating here. Okay. Wait, how did you? Okay, you did die.
Yeah.
So I'm always much more into story-based games than just these kind of platformers.
You can make up your own story if you want. What story would you come up with for this?
Well, I guess what I'm mostly trying to think about is, like, why is this called Love in particular?
Boy, I don't know. I have no idea why you would call it that.
Oh, I see. It shows you where your little respawn point is.
Maybe it stands for something. Because I have seen it parsed in all caps.
Okay. Because I'm just like, is he trying to get, like, maybe rescue his true love? Is he transversing all of this? Is the challenges meant to represent the difficulties of finding love?
That would be the indie game thing to do, yes.
Right. I mean, I know I'm kind of reaching here, but it's just kind of like, are you just, is he so confident that you're going to fall in love with this game? I'm not entirely sure about that part.
Yeah,
but
I had to
see,
try.
I like that kind of idea that you can sort of experiment. Like, you just set your little respawn point. You can, maybe this will work, maybe it won't, kind of thing. That's a neat game mechanic. I'm liking this respawn idea. This idea of being able to set your own checkpoint.
I think this is my favorite music in the game.
It's very chill, at least as of right now.
The music is really good in this game. Hello, Logan.
Logan has opinions too.
That was one of those. 95% of the deaths were my fault. The controls are really tight, but they're still just a little slippery.
I like that this is kind of like slowing down, because in, say, like Mega Man, this would take you forever to descend this because you would have to like or even like Battletoads, you know, like that's the kind of thing that you would have to die so many times.
Oh yeah. Plus in
before
Mega
you
Man,
learn
yeah,
it.
there would be so many screen transitions.
Right, too, yeah. But I like that he's kind of like slowing it down to kind of give you a chance to just explore it rather than. Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
There's so many mechanics that are introduced, like the spiked presses, you never see that again. And then the falling towers in the first level, you never see them again.
It looks like, I mean, this is. You know me, I'm not a fan of hard games. I'm not a fan of.
Neither am I, but I really like
Overly
this.
challenging.
I hate precision platformers, but this one I really enjoy.
Well, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, I feel like this is a really good way to teach you, you know, because it's in a regular platform, like so, like a Mega Man or whatever, or Battletoads. You do just have to die repeatedly, but usually there's a limited number of lives. There's limited continues, and for some of us that can get super duper frustrating. This, with the recheck points and everything, it seems like, hey, it's okay if you die. Try it out, figure it out. You'll get there eventually. You know what I mean? Like, this just seems like much more...
Speaking of Mega Man, here's your disappearing platform.
Yeah, like, it just seems like much more encouraging. Like...
Yeah, with the different difficulties, you can kind of set your level of frustration that you're willing to put up with.
Right, like, yeah, I know you said you chose the unlimited lives, so obviously there's some where you would have a limited number. But yeah, like, so far, at least, this seems really, like, this seems like a platformer for people who don't necessarily like platformers.
You may change your mind in some of the later levels.
Sure,
but,
I
yeah.
mean, everybody's gonna have ramping difficulty no matter the further you
What
go
I
into
really
the
like
game.
about this game is every level feels totally different from the one before it. It would be really easy to take a platformer like this and make it too samey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, okay, here's the thing, now here's the thing again, but harder.
Because what are your mechanics here? Things that are white kill you unless they bounce you, and you move and you jump. When you have that as your entire sort of rule base for the world, you really need to make the controls very, very tight.
Yes.
And that's exactly what he did. He did a really good job with the controls of this game.
Though you did say occasionally they're slippery.
Right, occasionally they are.
What's the exclamation point? Do you have any
Look
idea?
out, something will kill you here. That's, I think, what that
Okay.
means.
I mean, that's kind of obvious, I guess.
Sure.
Alright, what
It's
do we-
white, it'll kill you.
Oh, it's a tree with. It had like. Did you notice it had the heart on it?
It,
With
yeah.
the arrow?
There's a lot of things where I really want to see somebody take screenshots from the levels and put them all together into one. Yeah, I did bad there.
It's okay.
I want to see people take screenshots of the levels and put them all together into one giant image so that I can see exactly what it all comes together to be. There's one
Yeah,
in
that's
particular. It's a
true.
brown level that comes up later.
Yeah, these do look like tricky jumps. I can see why you had.
What you have to do is, at least what I did, you have to wait until you're bouncing on the trampoline at one of its higher points. Otherwise, you're not going to make some of these jumps.
Sure,
Like
that
this
makes
one
sense.
here. That needs to be done when it's at the
Yeah.
higher point. Otherwise,
But
you're
it's
gonna miss.
definitely, it's like the kind of thing where it looks like you definitely have to go at that highest point because there's not a lot of room for error.
Right. And then at the bottom, you see on the bottom layer, they have things that are shaped exactly like your head. And that works with the collision detection to where if your head goes inside of one of those things, it'll get stuck and totally ruin the momentum of your jump arc.
Yeah, I would probably be doing like the checkpoints like almost after every jump because.
Well, you can't do it on the trampolines.
Oh, you can't.
You can only do it on flat surfaces.
Oh, that kind of sucks. Okay. I mean, I'd say sucks. I mean, I just know for my playing style, I would feel more secure doing that.
You're a saved scummer,
But-
is what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, but I can see why he would do it that way. Oh, these are this is gonna be dangerous with the spikies.
Right.
Ooh.
See, a good way to get through this level easily is to wait until a whole bunch of these platforms have generated. And
Yeah.
then there's a constant flow of them. But what I wanted to do is try and get it as early as possible.
Oh man. Okay.
I wanted to go on the first platform to the end if I could.
Well, and you never played it yet, so you didn't know.
Well, here's the thing. This was actually my second playthrough of it.
Oh.
Because the one on Twitch was very choppy. The way that the video came out to the point that it was unwatchable. You couldn't see what was happening. So I actually played this about about an hour ago.
All right. That's fair.
You know, that actually helps with the watchability of this video, I think.
Exactly.
Because, there's a lot of things that I already knew how to do.
I would much rather watch a cohesive playthrough than watch someone fumble.
Oh, sure.
That's a mouth.
That's a mouth.
Yeah, you're right. Like, zooming out on these levels would be very interesting to give you an idea of just what
look at all the detail that he put into that. Yeah, I'm sure it's a pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, it's like
looking.
What do you call it? A vivisection?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
See, this took me forever to figure out to do that because it's white. You're not supposed to touch it. So the first time I streamed it, I was just going back and forth trying to figure out what am I supposed to do. And then I finally was like, well, fuck it, I'll just jump into it. And then that happened. And so, yeah, it kind of changed the rules of the game there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit too wide to just fall through that, so took the longish way.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's like it's so zoomed in, I barely know what I'm looking at this point.
Right.
Like, obviously you're inside whatever this thing is, but...
I just keep coming back to a dinosaur.
Yeah, he's like some kind of lizard-ish creature. But yeah, like now it makes me wonder, like, what was the other levels? Like, what did I miss? Oh, wow.
See, that's luck. That was luck. I'm not even going to pretend that was skill.
You just kind of hoped you could make it in between. I do like the music, you're right.
The music's great.
It's neat.
It was a different person who did the music, and I forget his name now, but he did a really wonderful job. It makes the game more playable. It makes it less frustrating because, you die, but you just like, well, at least there's good music to listen to.
Well, and it's got the right amount of chill. Like, it's not like super tense music like some platformers can be.
I'm pretty sure this has a construction kit that comes with it too. Yeah, bad move.
Oh, you can make your own levels?
I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Huh.
I didn't look in depth. I'm gonna check it out certainly after we're done with this. But.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that, because if you could like upload them and have other people play them, that would be a neat little dynamic.
If I'm wrong, somebody needs to make that, but I'm pretty sure they did.
That's like a left or right thing.
And unfortunately, I let you know, nope, go the other way.
That kind of looked like it was his brain, though, or something.
It did, yeah, like I was running up his neck, yeah.
And now you just left him. You're just somewhere else.
We're done. We're in the world of,
he pooped you out or something.
Swoopy pixels, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm just like, I keep returning back to, why do you call this love? I don't know. Does LOVE stand for something else? It's an acronym, perhaps?
Well, you notice at the beginning I looked through the credits. I went to the credits. Because after I learned that Pony Island actually rewards you a ticket if you look at the credits. I'm going to do that in every game now. Because game developers, I want you to know.
They want to be recognized,
well,
like all of us, really.
Absolutely.
You know?
I probably didn't need to be nearly that cautious with this, but...
No, I always exercise caution when I can in games. I tend to be like, I'm not good at like the games where you have to move fast. Because I'm all about like taking my time and exploring. That's why, like, I don't know why I pay attention to like the average run time that people talk about for games, because I'm always going to exceed that.
I like this level a lot.
Oh, okay. Well,
this is such a neat concept.
This music is very Nine Inch Nails to me. Sounds like something he used in one of his songs.
This is probably one of the easier levels, actually. He says right as he does.
Right,
you know?
Yeah. Well, timing is important. Oh, twice.
Getting too cocky.
Uh-huh. See, it's not like difficult, but you do have to pay attention. It
Right.
seems like with those. Ooh. All right. Well, that was okay.
Yeah, not much to it. It looks a lot
Yeah,
harder than
it
it
looks
actually
worse.
becomes once you try to do it.
It's-
Well, there it is. There's a
It's
safe
all the
spot.
importance of the size of those gaps.
Now, the
really.
first time I played
Oh.
through this took me a little while to get the hang of.
Figure out how to move it forward.
Well, not so
basically.
much that. This part was really easy for me.
Uh huh.
You'll see though. There's an interesting mechanic that comes into play, and I ended up. See, I showed you there. You can make a spawn point on these, and you can really fuck yourself in this game by doing that. But
If
yeah,
the
watch
plat-
what you have to do. You have to jump to the other side of the platform that you're on in order to make it across. Watch right here. You got to do that number
Oh, because the little piece.
because of the thing, right?
Interesting.
Once you get the hang of the mechanic, it's one of the easiest levels. But
So
I
you
was stuck
couldn't
on
just
this one
jump up there?
for a minute. What's that?
You couldn't just jump up from that
No,
platform?
no,
or
you
something?
don't have enough height.
Okay.
At least when I tried. And this is some interesting mechanics here.
Oh, it's like a portal. Okay.
Right, now that next portal right there, I did
Uh-huh.
not notice that the pixel was turning white from 1, 2, 3 until I died. Because the first time I played through it, I lucked out.
Oh, I
So
didn't
yeah,
see
you gotta,
that either.
Right. So then I do this. And then this
Okay.
part. I really like this part because it took me a second to figure out what it wanted me to do. Not jumping through that's easy, but
Right.
this. So you got the laser running, so you gotta go in before, or when it went just back there.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, because I wasn't sure where it was going to throw you out either, so. Okay.
Now, I didn't spend nearly as much time on this level as I did the first time I played through it, but it still, for me, came down to a matter of luck, particularly on the left side of it whenever I finally got over there.
Yeah, there's a lot of flurries over there.
Oh, it gets ridiculous up on
this
this
is
level
kind
here.
of this is like suddenly bullet hell almost.
Right.
Yeah. Oh wow.
There's definitely some kind of pattern of skill involved here. Yeah, I respawn over here. I'm like, okay, that's
Smart
a bad
move.
spot.
Yeah. Yeah, this would frustrate me quite a bit. Wow.
So
Good
yeah, I
at
think
seeing
that
the-
was the skill that I was supposed to do right there.
Uh-huh.
And this next part, just fuck skill. It's all. I'm just gonna jump for it. I think. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Till you get it. Huh?
Right.
Yeah, I
Wait
mean,
for
I guess-
different timings.
The whole thing with bullet hell is you're supposed to really look more at the spaces than at all the moving stuff.
Well, sure,
right?
the space immediately around you, but this is kind of different from that in that
Okay.
you know you're trying to traverse long, sort of. Yeah. See,
Ooh.
right there. And that's it.
Wait, that's it?
That's
That's
the
the whole
main
game.
Well, no, that's the main game, and then there's
Main
the
game.
remix, which I actually do play for you.
Okay. Okay. Well, this was a cheap game, so once
Oh
the
yeah,
short
86
length-
cents when I bought it.
And like I
which
said,
I
if-
saw that on my Steam. Steam actually emailed me and said one of the games on your wish list is 86 cents. I said I don't care which game it is, I'm getting it.
Yeah. And of course, like I said, if there is a level designer, then you know that would add a lot of replay values. So okay, I missed what you said. What exactly is this? This is the remix, you said?
Remix levels, yeah. The creator just remixed some of the levels to be a little bit more challenging or have
Alright.
different elements in them.
And I noticed you do have I mean, I say limited number of lives. It's
Yes.
99 to start with, so it's not like it's, oh no, I'm gonna run out soon. But
Right, yeah, it starts you with limited.
it's not
amount of lives.
unlimited in this version.
Correct.
Okay.
Do I make it through though? I don't know. We'll see.
I
And the
don't
remix
know.
version is a little bit harder.
It seems to be, I mean, this isn't too bad.
Well, there's some precision jumps involved with it. Yeah, I just wanted to see if there was
Just what
anything
would
secret
happen.
down there. I like that hitting the ceiling doesn't interrupt the trajectory of your jump. It just limits it vertically.
It just makes you look kind of floaty.
Yeah, otherwise you'd end up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for NES, the first one. Those kind of issues.
Oops. So, yeah, that's like right there. Like, you could have just kept going and persevered, but you decided to take a little
Took the more
gutsy
efficient route.
shortcut. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the part where, I kept fucking up the jumps.
I noticed you did it at the halfway.
Right.
You pulled a me.
Well, nobody wants
Ooh,
to.
now that's.
No, you just run. See, once again,
you
going back
gotta
to
have faith.
going back to the Ninja
Gotta
Turtles
have
game.
faith.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to do your jump from a pixel over, otherwise you're gonna always hit that wall.
Oh wow. Is that okay? What are you looking at there? Is that intestines? Is that like
I think it's just a general.
scientific?
And the first time I played through these, I forgot. Oh, that's a trampoline, because it's surrounded by all that white. You just think, oh no, I shouldn't
Yeah.
touch it.
Now we're super chill on the music again. Sit back, relax.
Die a lot.
Yeah, you
Hit the
died.
spikes.
It's
You got
okay.
it. Yeah. Hit the spikes.
Fine.
Keep dying. We've got 7 different death animations or something. It's okay.
Oh damn, you're already to 88. Like it's funny. Like you don't even realize.
Yeah.
Like how many times? Oh, okay. You gotta do a quick.
You gotta do
little-
one of those. Whoop.
Whee! That's gotta be fun.
It's as fun to play as it is to watch.
I,
Yeah, at this point I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. Go on the top
I
route.
was say yeah,
But
go to the
up.
top. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Oh, this stuff. Okay.
Okay, yeah, instead of just 1, 2, 1, 2, it's 1, 2, 3 now, and those platforms do not stay as long as you feel like they are.
Obviously.
The only reason I'm able to get through this in 2 tries is because I had
Ooh.
played through it. Yeah, look at that last minute save.
Nice.
I had played through it already. It took me a bit longer the first time I played through it.
I mean, it's like it's not that hard a pattern. You just gotta know it.
Yeah, once
And
you know the
trust
pattern,
yourself.
it's elementary. It's just a matter of timing the first one and then just keep on going. But
Yeah.
getting the pattern. This level, this is a weird level because the floor is moving independent of you.
Wow.
And depending on where you put your respawn point, it can really screw you up. It can give you an extra death that you weren't meaning to have, like what happens here. Watch this. And it got me twice.
Wow. How dare he do that to Purple? Purple's not so duplicitous. Like colors can have it.
Right. Now something weird happened here. Watch this.
Oh, cause well, you can see the bottom.
Right. So I guess I phased through the platform there.
Yeah.
So I ended up moving over one more space to the left, and that was
to
enough.
anticipate the
Right.
the drop. Yeah, there you go.
That's right, game developer. I could read your mind that time.
Oop.
Got me. Yeah,
Kinda
you gotta
had
keep
a
moving
feeling
left.
That was coming.
Actually, no, you don't keep moving left. You let it hit the ceiling and then you
Oh,
move
that
left.
makes sense.
Boop,
Yeah, because you
boop.
got the little. Yep. Like the little arrow pointing down there, it's trying to get you to
Yeah,
die.
as if you've got any other choice.
Well, no, it almost seems like it was trying to tell you to go all the way down.
Oh, think it was?
I don't know, maybe. I guess we'll never know now.
That was a bad mistake.
It's almost look like little alien heads reaching down to grab
Oh,
you.
like a mouth coming out?
Yeah.
This is a pretty easy level compared to the ones that came
Yeah, it
before.
looks like just a bit of patience, maybe.
The mid-air movement. A lot of the comments on this game, the negative ones,
Uh-huh.
they don't... Oh, see, we're done.
Oh, we're already done. Wow.
I thought there was at least one more. No, a lot of the negative comments say that they don't like the precision platforming aspect, which is a funny thing to complain about, considering that's the entire point of the game.
Precision, like what? Like they want it to be more floaty or more slippery.
More forgiving, I guess. No, they don't like that it's
Oh.
so easy to die in it. So yeah, I tried
Oh.
YOLO mode to see if,
Just for the
how
heck
far
of
I
it.
could get.
Okay.
Spoilers, I don't
Not
get
very
very far.
far.
Yeah. I really liked this game. I like the music, I like the presentation, I like the consistent graphical ethic he went for. I like the gameplay, I like the control. I wish it was a bit longer.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'd say that would be about the one thing of it is that it.
Because you know, you get user-generated levels, and that's neat, but the levels feel more legitimate when they're coming from the game developer.
Sure.
I think that you can have some user-generated levels that are definitely in step with what the game developer might have done, and so they sort of dovetail into being official kind of levels, but, you know, how do you tell as a player which ones those are? You can probably pretty much guess the point that I die at here, if you remember this level.
Oh, there.
Ba-doom! That's it. That's the grade I deserve.
Oh. You got to the second level. I guess that's not good enough.
Not good enough.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with user levels is that you're going to get some that are really good. You're going to get a lot that probably aren't.
You're going to get a lot of those Kaizo levels where it's just trying to be as frustrating as possible because it's funny, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I think it's... I mean, like I said, I think he priced it appropriately.
Oh, yeah. I think it's $3 at full price.
It feels like it has room for expansion. But on the other hand, maybe it's the simplicity of the concept that makes it work so well.
Now, there is a mode called speedrun mode where you attempt to get through the game as fast as possible.
Okay.
I think that's where he put his replay value into, is making these levels speed-runnable, but difficult enough that you've really got to practice at it to get to that point.
Yeah, I guess the main thing about that is not everybody's that into speedrunning.
Oh, I absolutely have no interest in that.
I like watching them far more than I have any interest of doing that.
I have absolutely no preconceptions that I'm ever going to be good enough at this kind of game to speedrun.
Yeah. I would like to, like you said, I would like to see like the levels zoomed out. I'd love to see some of those as like full pictures. Because it seems like there's something really interesting going on there. And I'd still like to know why it's called Love. For what it is, like, I probably wouldn't want to play it just because I'm not that big on platforming, but I think it's a good design. I like the respawn idea a lot. That's kind of one of my things, is that there are people who are like, oh, you're not really good enough because you can't do the hard... No, like, if it's fun to play, if the mechanic makes it enjoyable for you, even if it makes it quote-unquote easier, who cares? As long as it's a good time. You're making it open to more people to play it because you can set your own level of difficulty. And I think that's always a good thing.
I hope he comes out with an expansion of more levels or maybe a sequel or whatever. I'd buy it for sure. So yeah, it's a good game.